Was this done to perfection? No. Am I professional? No. Have I done this before? No. Did I do any research on how to actually do this? No. I've asked questions about who makes bed rails, bed support rails, cross members, whatever you want to call them. Nobody makes them. There was mention that I probably could have given this to a fab shop and they could have put all the holes in there minus the rust holes. They could have bent it up and I might be able to have put this right over the old spot weld and welded. The majority of this was off the cuff garage engineering and design. I live upper Midwest. So to find something in good shape is going to cost. I had 2 trucks. This one was pretty solid. The convenience of already having it, not having to go get another one and possibly have to do this anyway was more enticing for me to take on this project. I'm a hot rodder at heart. Starting from scratch, measuring, trying to figure out what will work, finding the right tools. Could it be done with rails from a full-size truck? Allegedly, yes. They won't fit on an S10, but you can cut them. And I figured for the amount of money those were, and you would still have to cut them up and do a bunch of fab work. But as I mentioned, I kind of wanted to do a video about how a home gamer with some tools could actually do this. If I were to do it again, instead of weld nuts on these plates, I would have used flange nuts. This one actually rotates, so this obviously would not work, so forget about that. It's a solid flange nut, so I would have put this on that plate and then welded it. But I think the weld nut's gonna do just fine. There's plenty of thread engagement on there. 8 mounting points, 10mm bolts. It's not going anywhere. GM actually had a square punched out here, but I went with the 1.1/8 since I already had that. This guy scooted right in there with plenty of room, and then this bolt still goes into here. Now let's talk about tools. This guy's actually expensive. I don't have an exact price on it, but could have been done with a step drill bit. Could you use a hole saw like this? Absolutely, as long as it's made for metal. You don't want to be using something that's made for wood. Metal hole saws are going to have much finer teeth. The spot weld drill comes as a whole kit. It's got a spring pin on it, and these, you know, where I broke a tooth off of this, these are replaceable, so you can get new ones. A welder. Could I have done it with a TIG? Yep. Could I have done it with a stick? Yep. But I did it with a MIG. Is it good to have a welder? Yes, it is. I can't tell you how many times that little welder has come in very handy with either truck repairs, car repairs, exhaust, blacksmithing, sheet metal fab. If it's in your budget, get a welder. You know, spend your tool money wisely. So that's my wrap up. Was it a waste of time? Wire wheeling, grinding, metal conditioning, prepping, base coat and top coating, 415 in the bottom of the bed. Absolutely a waste of money. But I had it, I wanted to try it. The bed's not in the best shape, but I put 2 beds together. I didn't want to dick around with getting a 3rd bed, looking through it, traveling great distances to get it, having to travel back with it, possibly having to fix other things on the bed that I would be getting. Could I have had a junkyard source me one from down south? Probably. How much would that cost? I don't know. This was probably the cheaper way to go. Until you include labor. What's my labor cost? I don't know. This for me is a hobby, just so we're clear. This is not going to be a show truck. Used as a truck sometimes, used as a mode of transportation other times, used for fun, hopefully all the time. So realistically, gas and wire on the welder, the paint that I purchased, the materials I purchased to put on here, I would say probably around $250, $280, maybe $300 worth. I could have done it cheaper, definitely the 415, take that out of the equation, do some regular Rust-Oleum or what have you. Like I mentioned in my other videos, I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not doing this for subscriptions, comments. I'm not looking to get a second paycheck from YouTube. I know it ain't gonna happen. But what I'm doing this for is really, I wish I would have had these videos when I started getting into trucking, because there was a lot of times I did something just stupid. Because there was no real good video supplying all the information that I was looking for, at least at the time, by the searching that I was doing. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope it helped you make a decision. I hope you can just find another bed and not have to do this. Actually, I hope yours ain't as rusted as this one was. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that dislike button. Kill me in the comments. Go ahead and troll me. And who knows, maybe I'll make another video. Sorry in advance. Stay dirty, keep trucking. I also mini trucking.